I was digging around in storage for this violin shop down the street, Inner City Violin. And over the years, they have a really strong rental program, and over the years, little violins have been in the hands of a lot of young kids, and accidents do happen. Either they get placed on a chair where people sit, or they get caught in the crossfire of a sword fight, or just a plain and simple accident of a violin being dropped as you're running down the hall. And but I came upon a big box of broken instruments that were considered broken beyond repair, is how they labeled them, because if the repair costs became greater than the value of the instrument, the replacement value, then they would just toss them aside and put a new violin into circulation. So these are all violins that got tossed aside through the years. And this particular time, as I saw these instruments, I had just returned home from a mission trip. I was in Togo, West Africa, and I had visited an orphanage there. And when I saw this big box of broken violins, I began to see the faces of those orphan children in these different instruments. And at that moment, I realized how easy it is to just walk by brokenness. We see it all around us. We experience it in our own lives, sure, but it's the things that overwhelm us that either we choose not to see, or we just become overwhelmed, even by the cost. Just like these violins, it's not that they can't be fixed, but it's just not cost effective. And sometimes we become overwhelmed looking at problems like homelessness, or hunger, or disease, and we just think, what could I do? That day God urged me, just pick one violin out of the box and just play on that violin. And as I began to play on that violin, I began to hear sounds that I had never heard before in my whole life. Sounds as a violinist with a violin under my ear for 20 years had never experienced. And these were beautiful sounds. And I began to think that what a wonderful, wonderful thing this is. And I decided that I wanted to take these instruments and share them with people, realizing that just like you and me, we all have brokenness of some kind in our lives, but that yet there is an innate beauty and value in every person created in God's image, and how we can be used just as we are for His glory.